Hello everyone. So today we are going to solve the pattern 17 from Strivers Plus. So let's try to understand the problem. So here we can see that n is given and as an input and to draw a pattern of characters something like this. So let's take one example and try to understand some better way. So here let's say n is equal to 4 is given to draw something a as this. Okay. So whenever we look at this particular problem, that it's something complex, but let's try to break it down somewhere like uh, we did it in the past few examples. Okay. So the first thing what we did, we try to identify the number of rows and the relation with n. So here we can see 1 2 3 4 rows. Okay. So and the like the basic outer loop is designed using the rows count basically. Okay, so we will write our first loop, which is the outer loop. Okay, so we'll write it here. So for I equal to 0, I is less than n and I plus plus. We understand this, right? How we are writing this, looking at the number of rows. We have seen this in the past few examples also. Okay, that is defined. Okay, then next step what we do, we try to identify some pattern here. Okay, so in this example, what is the pattern? Is the spaces, characters, then again spaces. This is something we can identify because there is space, then characters, then again there is space. Okay, so that is defined. Next step, what we do, we try to identify the first thing, that is the spaces logic with respect to what? With respect to n and I. So these are the two variables that we have in our hand. Okay, we'll try to like simplify this problem. Okay, so spaces we want to identify. Okay, so let's try to identify how many spaces and what is the row number. Okay, I'll just remove this particular thing here. Okay, and I'll write down our i's value. Okay, I is 0 here, then 1 2 and 3. Okay, and n is equal to 4. Till now it is clear, right? Now here you can see 1 2 3 spaces, then 1 2, then 1, and here 0 spaces. Okay, so we'll try to write down the spaces also. 3 spaces, 2 spaces, 1 spaces, and 0 space. So can we identify some pattern using n and I? Can we create some formula around this? Yes, we can create. So what is the formula? Can we minus this n from the spaces from I maybe and try to identify something? Let's say n I 1. Can this be a formula? Let's try to understand. So here n is 4, minus I is 0 and 1. So it is, so yes, this is matching. Then here 4 minus I is 1 and 1. So it is 2. So yes, it is matching. Then here 4 minus 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. It is also matching. And here 4 minus 3 minus 1, it is 0. So it is also matching. So we can identify spaces right at the start and at the end. Okay, so we'll write our formula for this, like the second for loop basically, and the last for loop. So here we can say that since this is a problem where outer loop will define outer loop will define outer loop will define your number of rows, then first loop. Okay, then inside that first loop will define your spaces. Okay, this is actually a second loop. Okay, and third loop it will print characters, and the fourth loop is also similar to spaces. So these two loops will be similar because the number of spaces that used here are also similar, 1 2 3 1 2 and 1. Okay, so till now it is clear. Let's try to, we will write our the inner for loop for spaces. So what that will be, for equal to 0 is less than n minus I minus 1, yes, plus 1, and a plus plus. Okay, so that what we will print space, right? And we will just copy paste this to will fit at the end, right? Similar to the previous examples. Okay, now here we want to write one more loop, and this loop what it will do is for the characters basically. Okay, and then just move this particular loop the end. Okay, so till now it is clear. Now coming back to characters, so we will just try to understand something here. So I will remove this particular part. Now we have I n is there, and we want to print the characters, these characters. So let's try to understand the count, because for loop is stands for the number of times that you want to like iterate through the loop and print something. So printing logic is different here. So we will just try to identify how many times that inner loop will run, basically the loop which will fall here. So how many times it will run. So we'll try to identify that first. Okay, so here character, how many characters we are printing? One. Here three characters we are printing, ABA. And here five, and here 7. Okay, so we will try to formulate something around I and N again, and try to create some formula which will give you these numbers. So these numbers we want. So what formula you can formulate? So maybe 2I plus 1. Can this be a formula? Let's try to identify. So 2 into, so here 0, I is 0. So 2 into 0, 0 plus 1 is giving you 1. So yes, it is matching. Then in this case 2 into I is 1 for this row. 2I is 2 plus 1, it is giving you 3. For this loop 2 into I, 2 into 2, 4 plus 1, 5. Yes, for this row 2 into I, 2 into 3, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. Yes, we can say can be our formula. Okay, so let's try to write it here. I'll write with this here. So int for j equal to 0, j is less than 2 into I plus 1, right? These many times we want to run the loop, then j plus plus. Okay, like this we want to write some logic to print the characters. Okay, till now it is clear. And what we are printing, a abc, and like the alphabetical characters that we are printing. Okay, so we know, right? We can we have seen that in previous example we can take a character as a, and then a plus 1 that we can do, and we can print the p. A plus 2 we can do, and we can print c. So that way only we will try to print it here. So let me just take one character, ch, char ch. Okay, char ch equal to a, right? That we have taken, right? Now here in this example, if it is a abc abcd, that would be a better case scenario. But here it is something like CBA is at the end, then ABCD and CBA, something like this. So it is like a decrementing. After one of the character, the string is decrementing. Okay, we can see that, right? So let's try to identify it, right? Is there any common pattern that we want to identify? Let's take these examples. Okay, so here we can see one, two, three characters. After three characters, what we are doing? We are decrementing it, right? ABC, then BA, correct? Then here after two characters we are decrementing it. After two characters, here after three characters, here it is only a, right? And in this case 1 2 3 4 after four characters, so it is something like 1 2 3 4, right? So after these many characters we are decrementing, right? So can we say in this particular loop what we will do? Basically we will just ch plus plus, that we will do. And in some cases what we want to do, we want to do ch minus minus, and here let's say we have print, we will print ch, right? So this is how we want to design, and at the end of this loop we will have print ln to break the, to break the line. Okay, so now just we have to identify here some condition which will give you like the decremented value after that many numbers. Can we write if I is less, if j is less than I, if j is less than I, then do increment, else decrement? Can we say that? Yes, we can say that, because if you see in this particular example, whenever j is less than I, that means your this loop is less than I. Till that point we will do ch plus plus. So how many times? So let's consider this line. Okay, this is the line that we are taking the example. Okay, so in this case I will be, what will be my I will be 2. In this case I will be 2. Okay, in case of j is 0, and what is j is less than, let's try to identify this. 2 into I, 2 into 2, 4 plus 1, 5. So j is less than 5. Till that time this loop will execute from 0 to 4 basically. J is less than 5 is nothing but 0 to 4. Till that time it will execute. So that means for 0 0 it will print A. For 1 it will print B. Okay, for 1 it will print B. Then for 2, for 2 j equal to 2 it will print C, because it will print this, and then it will come here. J is greater than I, yes, then it will, because j is 2, this is j, so j is 2, j is greater than I, yes, it will decrement it, will print 3 for j3. And for fourth, again j is less than I, yes, it will again decrement it to a, and it will again come here, and it will try to, it will not execute because this condition will false here, because j will become 5, and we just want to run from 0 1 2 3 4 till 0 to 4 only. Okay, so this is how you can formulate such patterns. So let's try to code it. For int I equal to 0, this is my outer for loop, I is less than n, and I plus plus. Inside this we'll write our first for loop for spaces. J equal to 0, j is less than n minus I minus 1. So this is the formula that we derived. J plus plus. Then again inside that what we'll do? We'll do system.out dot print ln. Print ln will do this. Right. Just copy paste this here. Now after that what we'll do? We'll do char ch equal to a, first character a, and we will write our printing for loop int j equal to 0. J is less than, j is less than our formula 2 into I plus 1 and j plus plus. Okay, so this what we'll do? We'll first print the ch, system dot out dot print and ch. We'll print ch. Then what we'll do? If j is less than I, we'll do ch plus plus. Otherwise we'll do in else condition what we'll do ch minus minus else h minus minus, and after this for loop we have to write the break statement. Don't forget to write the break statement, otherwise everything will print in a same line. Print ln, that's it. What is yeah, what is happening? Is it due to the spaces between the code? Don't think so. A, 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 B, C. A, we are getting the correct pattern. I'm not sure why it's throwing the wrong answer. Are we doing something wrong here? So it's a first for loop, this here, for loop, and no, that shouldn't be an issue. Let me copy this. Okay, refresh maybe once. Sometimes it gives weird errors. I don't know what is happening. But anyways, we have like got our pattern. Okay, this println here, and now it will be correct. Sorry. Yeah, it will be accepted one. Yeah, it is accepted. And talking about the time complexity, you can see you are running set for loop, so it's O of n square, and time the space complexity O of 1 because we are not using for space. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We will be coming up with many more videos in TUF Plus series, and many other things are coming. Thank you.